30 seconds. Is it recording? Oh yeah, it is. Okay. Okay, so 30 seconds to say goodbye. Track 9.
This is one of your older
Yeah, this
songs.
is one of the older songs. Like Music to My Dreams, 30 Seconds to Say Goodbye, and Freckles I wrote within the same month, I think, freshman year of college. This was another one that was really different, and I think that's why it's, stuck with me this whole time. I mean, I wrote that, 4 years ago now? It's 2014.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Okay. It stuck with me this whole time because I think it was so much more different than the other songs I had written at the time, and also it was different from songs I had written in later years. A lot of the songs I picked for the album I based on how they were received by my YouTube subscribers and people who had seen my videos and listened to these songs, because this is another one that I posted online a few years ago and it was received really well and people seemed to like it. So that was encouraging, and so I wanted to include it on the album. It's one of the more fun songs for me to sing just because it's so high energy and emotional, and then there's that whole breakdown in the bridge, which I always thought was really fun.
I remember back when you wrote this, I know we mentioned this, but you wrote Music to My Dreams and 30 Seconds to Say Goodbye at the same exact time.
Mm-hmm.
And they were so different from each other. And it was kind of cool to see those back to back because they're just opposite in the way that they sound and what they're singing about. And
yeah.
It's kind of cool to see two sides of you too, because it's 30 Seconds to Say Goodbye is listen. It's you standing up for yourself and being strong and vocal about what you need, and I love that. It's an intense Sarah Jones advocating for yourself. And then Music to My Dreams is a softer your side that's dreamy, and that's so much of another side of you, and so the contrast is two really cool sides of you.
Thanks. I wrote it, this story's already on the internet anyway because it's in the about, or whatever, that section of the 30 Seconds to Say Goodbye video. But basically I saw this Facebook status.
Oh yeah, I forgot.
Yeah. And apparently this sounds really creepy, but whatever. This girl who was dating this guy and they were all happy, and then all of a sudden she posted this extremely angry Facebook status about it, and there were 75 comments of the girl's friends and the guy's friends fighting, arguing back and forth about what happened with the breakup, and it was just so bizarre to see that on the internet. And I think don't post things like that on the internet because people like me will read it and then write a song like this about it, and that's weird. But the point was, the whole situation, I took 30 minutes to read this whole conversation, and the conclusion I drew from it was that it was a really unempowering situation for her. The girl got cheated on and then dumped. So I guess I was inspired to write a song that was more empowering, more like girl power, and so I took that situation and then twisted it into the girl found out she got cheated on and then broke up with him and stood up for herself, and that's what I wanted for my song because I'm all about some girl power.
It's cool to hear that that's how a song can originate,
As strange as it is.
I feel it's easy for people listening to a song to say, oh man, that person went through this, or assume what that song is about or the situation, and then to hear you tell the story about where it actually came from is always really interesting, because it could be simple as something that's on social media that's totally unrelated to you.
Crazy social media argument.
I think that's really cool though. It's really creative that you can see creation in something like that, and that it inspires you to write a really cool song.
I just think anything that's has a lot of high powered emotion in it will inspire me, whether it's a situation like that with friends on the internet or friends in real life, or if I read a book and relate to what the character is going through, then anything that makes me feel a strong emotion, or anything that's driven by strong emotions, I think can be really inspiring, and it's easy to write a song. for me.
That's a cool thing too for like aspiring songwriters to keep in mind. I don't know if there would be any watching this, but I feel like it's a good starting point for people that are trying to start writing songs when they're like sitting there like with a blank page, like what can I write about? I haven't really had a crazy week or anything like that. They can kind of feel inspired by different outlets of what is within their life.
Because there's only so much a person can go through. At least for me, like I definitely didn't write all these songs about my own life, but it's fun to write about situations that you know, and it's easier to write about situations that you know, at least for me, because you lived it and you know it so well. But I like to find inspiration in other outlets as well, because everyone experiences different things, and it's cool to write about situations that I might not have experienced directly, but I kind of felt like I experienced it when people tell me the story. And yeah.
That's so cool. I totally forgot that's what 30 Seconds to Say Goodbye was about.
I
I'm
know.
really glad you were...
I don't often tell people because it's kind of weird.
No, it's so cool.
A little creepy of me. Creeping on the internet. Typical me. And there go the sirens. So bye.
You got 30 seconds to say goodbye. I'll give you 30 seconds to say goodbye. Oh, 'cause I cannot try one more time. So if she's what you want.
Oh, we're good.
Oh my god, did you?
It really is. No, she's
I know
good.
I accidentally scratched my roommate, but she's still alive.